Today I'm going to be booking the men's 2026 Royal Rumble match. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to start from number 1, go all the way to number 30, and have the winner at the end. Brief epilogue before we begin. Sami Zayn won his Saturday Night's main event to become the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship, but he ends up losing to Drew McIntyre, getting a visual pin after a haluva kick, but Drew advertently knocked the ref out of the ring right before this happened. Drew kicks him in the balls, gives him a vicious claymore, ref regains consciousness and counts 1, 2, 3. Also early in the night, Gunther successfully ended AJ Styles' career after making him pass out in the sleeper hold. AJ leaves his gloves and boots in the ring. He thanks the crowd, then leaves. Now, kicking off the Royal Rumble match itself, I have at number 1, El Grande Americano. He makes his way down to the ring as the first entrant of the 2026 Rumble, flanked by both Ryo and Bravo to a mixed reaction. They get in the ring, and then we get entrant number 2, El Grande Americano. That's right, El Grande Americano makes his way down to the ring, flanked by American Made. Not once taking his eyes off the other El Grande Americano, both Julius and Brutus have a confused look on their faces. He slowly enters the ring, maintaining eye contact. The two luchadors slowly approach each other as the bell rings. They mirror each other's movements, but one of them is noticeably shorter and buffer, while the other is taller and leaner. Out of nowhere, each of the two Grande's teammates enter the ring to create a 3-on-3 Mexican standoff. It's a tense stare down for about 10-15 seconds before both teams just start wailing on each other. Each Grande is thrown over the top rope, with each of them landing on the apron. Eventually, the Creed brothers and the other two Americanos brawl to the outside of the ring, fighting each other all the way to the backstage area. Meanwhile, inside the ring, the two Grandes continue to fight until the shorter one eventually hits the taller one with a pair of German suplexes as we get entrant number 3, Rey Fenix. He makes his way to the ring in a hurry to deliver a springboard crossbody to El Bajo Americano, then a springboard moonsault to El Alto Americano. He goes through his normal flurry of offense, alternating between each of the other two competitors before finally getting cut off by Alto. Bajo gives Phoenix a German suplex before throwing Phoenix over the top rope, although he was able to survive. The two Grandes come face to face again, and out comes entrant number 4, Javon Evans. The young upstart from NXT makes his Royal Rumble debut, coming in at number 4. The crowd is already behind this kid, and he makes an immediate impact, hitting both Americanos with a double springboard cutter. Him and Phoenix team up to fend off the other pair before engaging in an exchange of flips and blows between themselves. Javon attempts a springboard back elbow, but is caught midair by Bajo and hit with a German suplex. At the same time, Phoenix tries the same thing to Alto, but is also caught and hit with a German suplex in stereo. As they recover, in comes entrant number 5, Bronson Reed. The siren blares, so we know a member of the Vision is coming out. This time, the Oracle, Paul Heyman, brings out big Bronson Reed. He stalks menacingly toward the ring before quickly rolling in and planting both Javon and Bajo with a single charge, before turning around and doing the same to Alto and Phoenix. Then he squashes Javon and Bajo with a senton, followed up by doing the same to Phoenix and Alto. Reed picks up Javon and throws him over the top rope. He turns around and does the same to Phoenix, but each guy hangs on. The Americanos team up on Bronson, but he disperses of those two with ease. Reed has a smile on his face as the countdown begins for entrant number 6, Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee has been teaming up with Penta and Rey Mysterio, trying to combat the Vision on Monday Night Raw. Lee takes aim at Reed, delivering rapid strikes and bouncing off the ropes to deliver his usual brand of high-flying moves. He even takes a moment to target each of the Americanos, but that proves to be his downfall as Reed hits him with a charge attack. At this moment, both Evans and Phoenix come to the aid of Lee, preventing Bronson from eliminating him. Reed has trouble fending off the onslaught and even gets on the verge of elimination himself, with all other 5 men in the ring attempting to flip him over when we get entrant number 7, Austin Theory. also walked out by Paul Heyman. He is rushed to the ring to prevent Bronson from being eliminated. He starts picking off each man trying to cast off Reed, as both are able to start throwing punches toward their adversaries. Bronson is able to regain his balance on the mat, and the two members of the division go around the ring, taking down everyone else currently in the Rumble. A couple of elimination attempts here and there, but ultimately everyone is able to survive until the arrival of entrant number 8, Penta. That's right, his second Royal Rumble match. In comes another man who has had problems with the vision as of late. Penta does his cool little walk before running down to the ring. Upon entering, he immediately starts attacking Reed and Theory, delivering a sling blade to each. Penta hits Theory with a Mexican Destroyer before being confronted by Alto. Penta does his signature Cerro Miedo taunt, pushing Alto by the face, and the two start exchanging before being interrupted by Bajo. Again, Penta does his taunt, but Bajo grabs his arm, attempting to put him in a wrist lock. Penta is able to reverse the wrist lock into one of his own, planting his hand down and hitting him with the sacrifice. Penta helps up his brother Rey Fenix off the mat, and the two share a moment in the ring before hitting Bronson with a double super kick. They share a Cerro Miedo with each other before being attacked by Theory and Alto, as we get entrant number 9, Dominic Mysterio. That's right, he's back and he is coming in at number 9. He takes a moment to collect the reaction from the fans, then he rushes into the ring to prevent Alto from being eliminated by Javon. Then he looks back across the ring to see Bajo teetering on the edge of the hands of Theory, so he helps him out as well, giving Bajo the opportunity to hit Theory with a German suplex. When Bajo gets to his feet, Dom finds himself utterly confused standing between the two men. He looks at both and says, "Has there always been two of you? Are y'all twins?" The Grandes start arguing with each other over who is the real El Grande Americano, when Dom steps between them and says, I thought you didn't speak English. And immediately Alto starts speaking to Dom in Spanish, trying to ask for his forgiveness, but Bajo sneakily hits him with a German suplex. Dom, again confusing the two for each other, asks if he's the real Grande before being attacked from behind by Dragon Lee. As Penta and Fenix take out the Americanos, the countdown comes for entrant number 10, Logan Paul. "Ayo!" echoes through the arena to a chorus of boos as Paul Heyman brings out the YouTube star turned professional wrestler. Logan smugly makes his way down into the arena with multiple bottles of the newest Prime flavor in his hands. He passes them out to a few people in the first row before making his way into the ring to assist Bronson and Theory. The trio are able to dominate all of the masked men currently in the ring, hitting combo strikes and attacks to both Americanos, Penta, Fenix, and Dragon Lee. The Vision appears to be ready to start eliminating the others when in comes entrant number 11, Rey Mysterio. Booyaka Booyaka 619, Booyaka Booyaka Rey Mysterio. He sprints down to the ring, ready to again begin combat against the members of the Vision, first taking down Theory with a springboard crossbody, then Logan with his wheelbarrow bulldog. He caps off his takedown of the group, hitting Bronson with a crucifix bomb. Rey gets Penta, Fenix, and Dragon Lee all up to their feet, looking like they're ready to start eliminating the entire team. But as they charge, they are cut off by the Americanos and Dirty Dom. A brawl erupts between everyone currently on their feet. Each Grande delivers a German suplex to one of their masked adversaries. Rey finds his stun and starts laying a whooping on him. It all comes to an end when Big Bronson Reed crashes through the pile, knocking everyone over. But he is quickly planted by Javon Evans, delivering one of his signature springboard cutters. Javon goes to line up another springboard attack from the outside when he sees Logan Paul standing on the other side of the ring on the apron. Both men make eye contact and seemingly challenge each other. It looks like they're going to recreate the spot that happened between Ricochet and Logan in the 2023 Royal Rumble. Both men springboard themselves up into the air. Javon throws a flying clothesline, but Logan instead goes with a midair missile drop kick. Ooh, sounds like it would be fun. The Vision Trio are able to get to their feet when we finish the countdown for entrant number 12, Braun Breaker. That's right, the sirens wail again. This time we know who's making his way to the ring. Paul Heyman brings out the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker. At first, he slowly approaches the ring, but you can tell each step is just a little bit faster than the last. By the time he reaches the ring, Braun is at full speed. He glides into the ring with ease and impales Dragon Lee with a spear. He does the same thing to Bajo, then Phoenix, then Penta, and finally Javon. The entirety of the Vision is now in the Rumble, and that spells disaster for everyone else. Braun picks up Phoenix and tosses him out of the ring. He shifts his focus towards Penta, same thing. Next, he tosses out Dragon Lee. Ray and Javon have a rapid burst, but the other Vision members are able to shut it down instantly. Breaker then lifts up Javon in a gorilla press and throws him outside to everyone else out there. The two Grandes start going at it again, but both are clotheslined clean over the top rope by Breaker. Ray Phoenix, Penta, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and both versions of El Grande Americano have all been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 6 eliminations. Braun starts barking and has immediately shown that he's not here to play games. He's here to take care of business. Paul Heyman stands around at ringside. The clock starts ticking as the Vision prepares for whoever comes next. And that is entrant number 13, Solo Sikoa. Wah, 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 wah. The leader of the MFTs and one half of your new WWE Tag Team Champions makes his way down to the ring. Paul Heyman greets him at the bottom of the ramp. Solo acts all buddy-buddy with Paul, and Heyman tells him, "I still remember what you did to me," but Solo pleads with Heyman. Paul tells him, "Okay, you can join the Vision in the ring." Sikoa gets in the ring and starts trying to dap everyone up, but the Vision member just kind of play along with that at first, but Solo realizes he's surrounded. Like a pack of hyenas, Logan, Theory, Reed, and Breaker all start dogpiling on him. Solo doesn't even get in a single lick of offense before being unceremoniously dumped out of the ring by Braun Breaker. Solo Sikoa has been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 7 eliminations. Soon after, Rey Mysterio is able to get in some offense, first knocking down Breaker, then Theory and Logan. He's able to set up Reed for a 619 and actually hits him with it, but as he springboards off the ropes, Breaker is waiting to cut him in half with a vicious spear. Right as this happens, the clock expires for entrant number 14, Matt Cardona. Always ready. Cardona runs down to the ring for his first Rumble appearance in over a decade. He rushes into the ring to fend off Heyman's hounds. He hits Theory with an Impaler DDT and Logan with a Flapjack. Reed counters a Rough Rider, or whatever he calls it now, by pushing him over and ducking it. But Cardona is ready and delivers a dropkick to the back of Bronson. Matt and Breaker face off before exchanging blows. Braun gets the early advantage, then Irish whips Cardona to the ropes, but he bounces off and hits Breaker with a Rough Rider. He helps Ray to his feet, knowing he won't be able to take out the entire team on his own. They try to eliminate Logan as we get entrant number 15, Kit Wilson. The crowd sings along as he does his strut to the ring, passes the camera and says, "This is for you, Elton." He gets on the ring apron with Cardona standing face to face with him. Kit shouts in his face, "You are toxic!" So Cardona grabs him by the head and flips him into the ring. He starts beating down on Kit, but Kit's able to wiggle his way free. He does his best to avoid Cardona, even hiding behind Bronson Reed at one point. However, Reed steps to the side and pushes Wilson into the middle of the ring, where Cardona hits him with a Rough Rider. Everyone is able to get back up to their feet, forming a circle around Kit. They all take turns punching him around, and when out of nowhere, the Vision starts targeting everyone else. Ray is quickly taken down by Reed, Logan, and Theory, are able to double team Cardona by hitting some combo offense. Breaker hits a spear on Cardona, then picks him up and tosses him out. Matt Cardona has been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 8 eliminations. Kit Wilson gets back to his feet, standing across from all 4 members of the Vision. He points to each guy as he shouts, "You, and you are toxic!" And Braun Breaker spears him as well. He picks him up and dumps him out. Kit Wilson has been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 9 eliminations. He barks some more when in comes entrant number 16, The Miz. Awesome. The Miz comes running down to the ring, but stops right as he approaches the apron. Miz starts slowly trotting towards the steps, so Theory and Logan slip under the bottom ropes on each side. Miz rushes into the ring to avoid them, but he runs into the brick wall that is Bronson Reed, who doesn't even flinch. Miz starts pleading that he can join them. He has so much wisdom and experience he can share with this young group. Reed wants to hear none of it though. He grabs Miz by the neck, but Miz is able to chop himself free. However, he's quickly taken down by Logan and Theory. After a brief beatdown, Braun Breaker throws him out. The Miz has been eliminated. Rey Mysterio sees this as his opportunity, so he tries to capitalize. He gives a Hurricane Rana to Theory, then one to Logan, and then one Wheelbarrow Bulldog to Reed. He gives Breaker a Whirlwind Hurricane Rana. Rey dropkicks Reed to one side of the ring and Logan and Theory to the other. He sees a bunch of 619 opportunities. So that's what he does. He delivers one to Logan, then Bronson, then Theory, and as he turns around, Breaker cuts him in half with a spear. After some more barking by Braun, he tosses Rey out as well. Rey Mysterio has been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 11 eliminations, all in the past few minutes. The Vision has completely taken over the Rumble. There are only 4 men currently in the ring. Next in comes entrant number 17, Joe Hendry. That's right, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. The viral internet sensation makes his way into the Rumble, taking out the Vision. Logan, Theory, Breaker, and Reed all get taken down. Hendry hits Theory with a standing ovation and then gives a fallaway slam to Logan before doing his signature pose, the turnaround, However, right after the turnaround, just like what happened at Mania, he is speared out of his boots by Braun Breaker, who proceeds to chuck him out of the ring. Joe Hendry has been eliminated. Braun Breaker has 12 eliminations. Each member of the Vision seems noticeably tired at this point, but they all help each other to their feet as the countdown begins. Next up is entrant number 18, L.A. Knight. That's right, he is back and he has a score to settle with the Vision. These men viciously assaulted him, leaving him out of action for nearly 3 months, and now they're gonna pay. He avoids a spear from Breaker, sending him into the corner post. Gives a BFT to Logan and another to Theory, and finally one for Reed as well. He climbs to the second rope and gives his L.A. Knight, elbow drop to Bronson Reed. Theory gets to his feet in a daze before being clotheslined out by Knight. Logan attempts his buckshot lariat, but has his momentum carried to the other side of the ring and Knight flings him out. Bronson Reed tries to charge at him, but Knight pulls down the top rope, sending Reed tumbling to the outside. Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Bronson Reed have all been eliminated. L.A. Knight has 3 eliminations. Paul Heyman is in shock. Braun and Knight face off again. They start exchanging blows with Knight gaining the early advantage. Knight attempts a BFT but is blocked by Braun. Breaker attempts a lariat but LA ducks it. Knight clotheslines Breaker over the top rope, but he's able to land on the apron. Knight is trying to catch his breath as we get entrant number 19, Jay Uso. It's just him, Uso. Jay Uso sprints his way into the ring. He's had problems with both men in the past and doesn't hesitate to drop either of them. Both eat a super kick, and then Jay makes his way to the top rope to hit each with an Uso splash, but before doing so decides, should I run it back? Oh yeah, we're gonna run it back. And then the crowd starts yeeting some more. Just keeps on yeeting, and then he does successfully hit each with the Uso splash. Jay tries throwing both out, but each man is able to hang on. Jay turns his attention to Braun, but is grabbed from behind by Knight, who yells in his face. They start punching each other back and forth as the crowd chants "Yeet" and "Yeah" as each respective guy strikes. This is cut off by Breaker, who is able to shove Jay into Knight from behind. Breaker looks to beat down the others, but they are able to get the upper hand on him. They flip him over the ropes, but Breaker is able to hang on as we get entrant number 20, Oba Femi. He is the ruler, the destroyer, and the mountain that you cannot climb. And he is making his debut in the Royal Rumble. Oba does his signature strut to the ring for the first 10 or so paces before picking it up to a light jog. He gets into the ring and is immediately face to face with Braun Breaker. The crowd erupts as they see a dream match right before their very eyes. As the two big beefy men prepare to slap man meat with each other, that's for you, Big E. Knight and Uso are able to start attacking Oba. Braun watches as Oba is able to quickly brush off both of them. Braun rebounds off the ropes to lariat Oba, but he doesn't move. Oba rebounds off the ropes and Breaker shakes, but is able to hold his ground. Both rebound at the same time and collide in the middle of the ring, with Braun being knocked down. Oba Femi hits Jay with a backbreaker and then Knight with the spine buster. He turns his attention back to Braun. He clotheslines him over the top rope, but Braun hangs on as in comes entrant number 21, Sami Zayn. Fresh off of his heartbreaking defeat at the hands of Drew McIntyre, he enters at lucky number 21. However, it might not be so lucky as he faces off with Oba Femi. The crowd is going wild for Sami, singing his song the entire way, and when he gets in the ring, Oba sizes up to Sami, who starts unloading on him. Sami is able to get in a good flurry before Oba chops him down. He picks up Sami like he's about to eliminate him, but Jay is right there to help Sami. They team up to stun Oba, and they do their handshake, you know. Sami gives a haluva kick to Braun, and Jay gives a spear to Knight. Jay and Sami find themselves together in the ring. They act like they are about to run it back when the timer expires for entrant number 22, Brock Lesnar. The Beast Incarnate is here and jogs to the ring. Both Sami and Jay get the look on their face, but start trying to help Braun and Knight to take care of Lesnar. Femi can be seen just crouching in the corner while all this goes down. Lesnar gives a look to Heyman, then jumps onto the apron. He slowly enters before rapidly charging Zayn. Jay throws a punch that misses, and Braun